Evening, everybody, and welcome along to the Friday night live stream. A little bit later than normal, late night at the garage tonight, as you can tell by the unshaven, dishevelled RB that is sitting here, and the very hot Simon that is sitting over there with his pint of ice. Welcome along, everybody. Evening to everybody that's joined us on the channel, and Filthy's here. Evening, Filthy. He's joining us, believe it or not, from Canada. So welcome along, Filthy. If you haven't seen Filthy French Fries channel, go and check his channel out. Really, really good channel to watch.
He's from Canada, right?
Yeah, good old Canada. Boating Biker Birds here, Crumbly, Duncan, Strange LXR. Andy's watching the women's football. He's just said, watching the England-Ireland women's footy, much more exciting than chapping about electric bikes and watching Simon and Rev flap their lips. He's obviously watching the female football and them flapping their lips. So,
feminist alert! They're going to come for you.
Is that or is that too early to start mentioning that? Oh, sorry.
No, you've gone straight down the fucking rabbit hole already at the very beginning of the show. 4 minutes in. Well done, you beat my record.
I know, yeah, brilliant. As you can tell, it's a little bit warm. I've got a tan, believe it or not. Actually looking forward to getting out this coming Sunday. I was going to try and get out Wednesday to either do a Michi Coffee, Simon's Bike Night, or Bill in Aquadrome. I didn't do any of them because I didn't get home till about 8 o'clock. So, exactly. Cromby's just said, Andy, it'll get you all hot and bothered. A lot of heat, better than the heat around here.
He's going to get hot watching the football and touching himself anyway. So.
Exactly, yeah, in peculiar places, as they say. I did see the photo of Andy's garden. He's got all these plants down. The garden is looking very, very good at the moment. Mine's looking a little bit bare at the moment. And
have you noticed that when people get old, they start gardening more?
I know. Yeah, I don't have time to even water the lawn at night now. My garden's starting to go a bit brown and wilted at the moment. So I will get out with the hose once I've finished the live stream tonight, water the garden off, much to the annoyance of the neighbours. But a lot to cover tonight. I'm just going to log into my MCN channel and see what MCN have got up for us this week.
Fucking electric tigers.
No, it's not actually. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a couple in there. Oh, there we go. Oh, H2. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Oh, that now, isn't it, the H2?
We'll get rid of that. Yeah, Simon did actually post a photo. Well, Rhythmic did it. Big congratulations to Rhythmic. He's put some videos up of his bellends and noobs of the week. Simon's actually beaten them. I think Simon's had a few more than most people this week. Especially
that was just the first half of the week. That was 2.5. That was 2 days.
Yeah.
Believe it.
It's people. I don't know what it is. Whether the standards of car driving have just dropped through the floor. But obviously, I think people need to go out. I would say mandatory every 5 years do a refresher test. Bikers do it normally every year. I go and do a refresher normally with the guys that learn to ride. Now I've got Nick. I can obviously go and ride with Nick, and he is very, very good. I need to get out and have a ride with Nick. I just don't have the chance to get any social rides in with Nick or training ride yet. But yeah, we'll see how we get on with the boys. Mrs. Crazy Dad Biker, CDB, how about an electric GTR?
I did like her, but I don't like her anymore.
No, we had a few people obviously coming in about electric bikes, and they said, you do the ciphers, you do the little 50cc's. Is Lex Moto going to be releasing an electric bike? They released one last year, and the controller on it went haywire. It went straight to top speed as soon as you touch the throttle. So electric bikes at the moment, I would say stay off them. There is no infrastructure for charging at the moment. You're going to go 100 miles, need to charge it, 100 miles, need to charge it. And if you're riding as a pack ride, you're not going to keep up with the rest of the pack because the boys are just going to want to ride, fill up with fuel and get off again. So, yeah.
Didn't somebody say that about January?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, yeah, if you're charging in the summer, yes, it's going to charge faster because the heat. If you're charging in the winter, it's going to take a hell of a lot more to push that power into those batteries. So
hydrogen engines are going to come in and they're going to take over from battery vehicles within about 5-6 years.
Yeah, exactly. That was CDP typed it.
Well, I don't like him no more either now. Then, yeah.
Well, yeah, he rides a Yamaha, so what do you expect?
Yamaha, ha. Yeah.
We've had a couple of good bikes in this week. We had a little really, really old 1980s CB 250.
Wow.
Yeah, really bad running issues with the carbs. Need the carbs balancing. Got all the carbs out, redone all the jets on them, put it all back together. Still running like a bag of poop until Keith. You've met Keith, Simon.
Yeah.
Keith had a look at it and he went, "Oh, it's got the old-fashioned manual points on it." Out come the emery board, cleaned the points up, and it runs as sweet as a nut. Phil took it out tonight, and it's a nice ride for a really old retro bike. It is a damn nice ride. Evening to TMB's in the room. Military Bikers here. Evening, Stevie. Link is up if anybody wants to join us on the stream tonight. So StreamYard link's down the bottom. We can get up to 10 people on the StreamYard link. And Simon said, yeah, leave the keyboard alone. Stop playing with the keys. I am on the cheap lager from the corner shop tonight. So 79p a can.
That's just what you want in this hot weather, because that's 90% water, so you'll rehydrate rather than dehydrate.
Believe it or not, it says 4% volume. It tastes better than what the cat put out on our garden lawn earlier.
Yeah, that's 96% water. Hello, Exeter.
Evening to Exeter. Yeah, Stevie is back again. Yeah, he's been a busy boy. He's now out of Instagram jail as well. So he started putting his he's obviously upset someone.
It's right next door to Facebook jail, because Mark Zuckerberg owns the fucking pair of them.
Good one. If you haven't seen Military Bikers' other channel, he does a lot of the old wartime stuff from like the 1940s. It's really good. World War Diggers, it's called. Go and check that channel out, because I've been catching up with a lot of the old World War Diggers stuff, and he's done a couple of photos on the Instagram. He went and got some photos of the bomb that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. I think the Enola Gay or whatever it's called.
The Enola Gay was the bomber that dropped it, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he's got some really good photos on his Instagram channel. So go and check out Military Biker on Instagram if you're into the old stuff like me and Simon are, us oldies sitting here entertaining all you youngsters. Don't forget, if you are on the YouTube, if you're on the YouTube, obviously go and click the thumbs up, give it a like and subscribe, guys. As he said, video out on Sunday on that channel. So World War Diggers, go and check that out. It's some really, really good stuff. He did a good one, it's about 3 months ago, of a bunker, going around the bunker, looking at all the stuff in the old bunker. And I'm like, bloody hell, listen. When you see the old nostalgia and you think what all the people in the 1930s and 40s went through just to sort of keep Britain out of the pup, he done some really, really good stuff. So anyway, on to MCN. So we're going to share up the screen. I am going to bring up a few of the tabs tonight. So 4 new British bikes to launch. Levi's bounced back after COVID with 3 new machines plus a V10 in the wings. So they've got a V6 Cafe Racer. Your opinion of that one, Simon?
No. That looks awful.
It's very, very similar. Do you remember they put out the Ariel did one of their bike? And it's all.
I like the back end of it, but
yeah. How much chrome on that? Yeah, you're going to be polishing that for absolutely ever. Frame setup on it looks good, but that's about it. Just leave the frame. Definitely not having that. Right, that's that one. And then obviously they're all set to do different ones on that. Right, we'll go into my other screen. No petrol bikes after 2035. So let me bring that one up. Let me go into my share a screen again, and we'll bring up this one. So no petrol bikes after 2035. Government proposes new cutoff for combustion engined bikes.
So whatever bike I buy at the age of 64, I'm going to have to keep that one till I'm dead.
Exactly, yeah. Consultation is going to run on 11:45 on the 21st and seeks opinion surrounding the sale of non-zero emission L category machines. Great. So they've killed off the 2-strokes. They're now going to bring in electric scooters and these electric bikes.
That's right. I'll have my bus pass by then. I'll get on a fucking bus.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that one. So, and then obviously the big thing that is coming out, and we're finally getting on with it. Someone's actually found a really good solution. There we go. Hydrogen's swappable solution. Car Giant's H2 plan could pave the way for next-gen motorcycles with small hydrogen-powered pods that you insert into your bike. The prototype cylinder is basically 40 centimeters tall, 18 centimeters in diameter, and it weighs 5 kilos, and it's intended to provide 3.3 kilowatts of power. And that is what they reckon that the hydrogen engine in a car will look like. So let's see what comes out when they push one out on a bike. So they reckon...
I'll have one.
Yeah. Yeah, as Exeter says, let's have a quick look. Typical custom concept that will never happen. Crazy Dad's like, blooming ugly. Yeah, roll your eyes, Simon. Looks worse than Exeter's riders BMW. Believe it or not, Exeter done a really, really good review of that BMW. I was quite impressed, almost to the point where I'm thinking, get a little bit older, I might buy myself one of those. I might get myself a truck. But I like the GTR too much. But it was a very, very nice bike. That's it. Yeah, that were it's at hydrogen. Yeah, they've not got far on the old hydrogen. So that hydrogen is a swappable solution. Let's see where that goes in the next 5 years. But
I like that.
Yeah, if you can get a petrol engine that takes hydrogen, yeah, brilliant. And the thing that obviously everyone's going on about, really, BSA have launched their Gold Star new version. BSA working on electric bikes, vibrates and makes sound like a petrol. Why? Now, my mum has 2 of these. She's got the original DBD 34s in her garage, about 30 grand a pop these things are. She had a look at the new one, and as a Gold Star fanatic, she does not like it. She said, I will stick with my original Gold Star, stick with my original bikes that I've got. They are not all that. Some people like them, some people don't, but she is not a fan of that new BSA Gold Star. Keep to the original.
Fair enough.
Quick one from Exeter. Wasn't a long-term one that I can get BMW press bike. Too much hassle to get them. Exactly. But, the review was pretty darn good. Yeah, really, really, really nice review. So, I haven't seen Exeter's original. If he's got a BMW, I haven't seen it. I've seen him obviously doing all these test rides, but never seen his own bike. Thanks for that, TMB. Hit the thumbs up button. So if you do want to come and join us in the StreamYard, come and chat with me.
Come and join us. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to start singing.
Yeah, rather have an Interceptor. Yeah, they are good. The Royal Enfield Interceptor. And my mum's partner's just bought the 650 chromed version, and he loves it. Absolutely nice bit of kit that. Evening to Andrew. Hello, chaps. Good to see you on the stream, Andrew. You're not missing much to anything, RB. Do you know what? We've got the original GS 1200 on our yard. I can just about flat foot that thing, but it is a nice ride. But would I buy it? Absolutely not. I'll stick with the GTR because it's got a new edition this week. I've got the duck on it this week.
I don't think I can go anything less than 4 cylinders because I like the smoothness. Even the parallel twin, it's too revvy for me. I think
exactly.
Yeah. There
was a couple of people in. The guy said, "Oh, he said I like the bikes, but I do like a cross-plane engine. Give me 4 or 6 cylinders anytime. 4 will outrun a cross-plane engine every day of the week." Obviously, for ease and comfort, cross-plane engine is a lot smoother, a little bit more torquey, but you're not going to miss much with the obviously pushing it up against the GTR. And as Rhythmic said, that TE1 Triumph they're pushing out, the electric, bless you, matey. He said, obviously, the Triumph does 150, and I went, yeah, well, I've had 146 out of the GTR. He said, yeah, but the top speed's only 150. Actually, wrong, Rhythmic. Top speed on those is 180, and as Mr. Zhead said, 186 restricted. And that goes for the ZZR and the GTR.
So, Rhythmic biker, no. There you go.
Andy got bored of an inline 4, much prefer a twin. Yeah, you can't beat 2 up, can you?
Horses for courses, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody likes different bikes. It's like, I was never a cruiser or a tour. I always said to Simon when I had the ZX7, you wouldn't see me on a touring bike for love or money. Not a lover of cruisers, not a lover of touring bikes. Too big, too bulky. Your opinions soon change once you get a little bit older. And I wouldn't change my GTR for anything now. Simon's just said if you're free tomorrow, they're going for a ride around East Devon. He's trying out an Africa Twin. Ooh, nice.
No, don't like it. Rode it. Horrible.
I
Red
tried.
Bond couldn't hold one up.
I went to Grafton Honda and sat on one and couldn't hold the damn thing up. It was just too high in the seat for me, and that was on the lowest seat setting. So
Rev needs stabilizers if he's going to get one of them.
Exactly, you wouldn't see me on one of those. No, I'm a short arse mate. So Exeter footy tomorrow for my lad. So yeah, Exeter's off to do for. What about the Norton? Crumbly's saying your opinions on the Norton, Simon?
No, don't like them.
No.
No.
I preferred the original Nortons, but I'm not a lover of the new stuff that's coming out.
I'm getting really, really fussy in particular about what I do like and don't like anymore. I used to like all bikes, but just lately I'm like, no, I like what I like, and that's it.
Yeah, the only one that really does float my boat, and the guy only comes into Super Sausage, I think, about 4 times a year. I think you've seen it, Simon. That's Chrome H2R.
Yeah.
With the rabbit can, and as soon as he comes into Super Sausage, it's like flies around a piece of pup. Everybody is round that.
Is that the one that sets the fucking all the alarms on?
That's the one that sets all the bike alarms off and upsets Chris. Yeah. 40 grand. Jesus. Evening, Mr. BGHA. Yeah, burning gas, hauling gas is in the room. Evening, Gareth. Good to see you, buddy. Gareth's done some good Instagram posts. He did a good one with Sarah.
He's having fun playing with TikTok and Instagram, isn't he?
He's finally figured out the algorithm of TikTok, I think.
Simon Blackett, no, don't like you anymore.
No, don't go there. Best thing for a Lambretta electric, gallon of fuel. All over it. Or go and stick it into a 3-phase socket when you charge it. No, not
about anything electric. If you have an accident, how many people are you going to kill when the fucking thing explodes and catch fire?
Exactly. Have you seen
the lithium? They just put a cordon around it because they can't put it out.
I had that. Believe it or not, we when we used to fly the drone at Pinewood, and we were up one day. It was a very, very hot day. Now on the old Uniques, you used to have a temperature sender for the battery. And it would normally flash red when the batteries are starting to get too hot. And I actually had a battery warning. I was 120 feet up doing the aerial. We used to do a love heart of all the bride with the bride and the groom in the centre and the love heart. And my battery warning come up at 100 feet up, and I'm like, oh crap. And we had what was called a breakaway area down the bottom. So should something happen, I could get the drone out of the way, land it in, and it was very, very tall grass, but it was very green grass, so you knew if it went down, something happened, soft landing, and nothing's going to happen. It got halfway down, and I could see the back of the thing smoking, and I'm thinking, oh Christ, here we go. Managed to get it in the grass, went over to pull the battery pack, and gave up because the thing literally just exploded into flames. That was the
end. To answer Crumbly's question, it's a blue powder. But the thing is that blue powder then destroys anything electric it touches. There you go. And I've just shared a picture because I feel that way.
Oh, there we go. Let me just add that in the stream. Yeah. So these men produce oil for my diesel truck. And these children produce lithium fuel. Very, very true. Lithium mines. They get all the kids out in the lithium mines to do that crap.
Yeah. And they get paid shit for doing it as well. So well done. You're saving the environment and, yes, supporting slavery.
Oh, TMB was flying a $7 million drone this week. Oh, yeah.
After him.
Yeah. Powerful stuff.
Did you crash it on purpose?
Exactly. Just joining us, the man that's got his latest video out, and I've only watched the first, I think, about 40 seconds because I had to pause to get everything lined up, but it popped up on my stream, is Mr. Z-Head. Evening, Stu.
Good evening. How's things, man?
How you doing, buddy?
What would that fucking advert thing you put in your video? I was wetting myself. That's so funny.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm around to watch that. I've got Lockwoods to do. I've got Ayrshires to do. I have got so many.
Yeah, Zed, look! I got water. Water.
I've got Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. I got
It's not
It's
actually
too bloody hot
Coca-Cola. It's
tonight.
not
Oh, he's
actually Coca-Cola.
It's
got
beer
the
piss.
How's your week been, Stu?
Yeah, it's been good. The weather's starting to heat up. We're
How's the
heading
ZX
into.
coming along?
I've now got the thinners that I need to strip the rest of the frame. So Sunday I'm going round to the bike and the front fairing's coming off, and that's the next project.
Excellent.
Come August, I've got a fortnight off, so there's a big movement on the bike. Come the end of that month, I'm hoping to have it MOT'd and ready to actually run. I'm going to ride it all the way through the winter. That's my plan. So
Real.
that'll be fun.
Stu, have you any jump style beds?
I've got plenty, Simon. Plenty of jump style beds.
I want some jump style furniture. After
I
that
could do
heavy
it.
wetting, when it first came up, Zed, it says skip head in the corner, and I went to
Yeah, I
try and
know,
press skip
I
head,
know.
and I'm like, no, it ain't.
Yeah. I got everyone.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing what you can find on YouTube when you.
That was brilliant. I do love that.
Oh, it was good.
Got to say evening,
MP
Matt.
PD.
MC Belly's in the room. Evening, Matt. And Howie's here as well. Half time, we're 2-0 up.
2-0 up what?
Yeah, exactly. I don't follow football, so I take it they must all be watching this women's football.
It's women's football, and it's 2 up, 9 to go.
Yeah. I won't mention where they've hidden the footballs then. No, don't go there.
See the thing about women's football is I'm very, very concerned about how many dishes they're going to have to do when they're finished.
Oh no, it's why they're out playing football. Who's looking after the kids?
Exactly. Yeah.
Big island, Poe.
Stevie's just said, "Hey, Zed lad." Stevie's in the room as well. TMB's here as well. So you need to do a few more of your Instagram live ones, Stevie. Get out and play some tunes again. Do a bit of tunage again. Mind you,
See if we can get another Facebook, another ban off Zuckerberg.
Instagram, yeah, for doing the lives. Oh, brilliant. He said that made him smile. Yeah, excellent. As I say, StreamYard links up, guys. If you want to come and join us, come and have a chat with Stu, Simon and myself. Loads of room. We've got a room for another 7 in the stream this evening. So if you want to come and join in, I'm sure Matt will come and tell us about his Michigan. Quick one from Matt. He said, when are you reviewing the Detroit? Monday. I am fueling it up, taking it out, and we're going to do a review of the Detroit this week. I did actually speak to Paris, who is the senior parts man at Lexmoto, and said to him, due to get the Detroit out, he said, you will love it. I went, why is that? He said, I've had one. He's took one home for 2 weeks. He's been riding it backwards and forwards to work for 2 weeks. And he said, it's probably one of the best bikes that he's ridden. I went, yeah, but what about the LSN? He said, don't mind the LSN, but obviously the Detroit is a really, really nice bike. I've took the LSN out. That's had a huge start of the week. I think we're about 400 views on that now. So it's doing well for itself. But we had one tonight, and the guy messaged me on my Facebook and said, I've bought a Cypher. It's less than a week old. I've ridden it 3 times, and the battery has died. It's burnt itself out.
So you bought an electric bike?
No, he bought an electric bike, unrestricted it. Big disclaimer all over all of my videos for the Cypher. Do not ride this bike unrestricted. It will void the warranty. You will buckle the battery and you will burn out the controller. It actually went up to Matt at his bike shop up in, I think they're up towards Coventry area. Went up to him. They changed the battery out, brand new battery. It worked. Put the old battery back in. Yeah, he has naffed the battery by unrestricting it. Is it covered? No. Unfortunately, it's not a warranty claim because you've unrestricted the bike.
Have you ever managed to knack a motorbike up by putting too much fuel in it?
No, exactly.
No. It doesn't happen, does it?
No, so exactly, yeah. But they're a 30-mile-an-hour bike. They're designed for quick one, 16-year-old or someone that takes something to run into London, run back out, get into the ULEZ areas without paying any tax. But the thing is, it's 30 mile an hour. As soon as you unrestrict it, that's like saying, here's a brand new Kawasaki, and the guy goes out and puts a 300 back tyre on it, alters the swing arm. Is it going to be covered under warranty?
I agree. Rev, can I put this into context?
Yeah.
I watched 44 Teeth's review of the Triumph SE1, which is the prototype electric bike that Triumph has designed. Now, they've designed this in line with Williams. Williams have developed the battery. They have another company, I cannot for the life of me remember who it is, that's developed the motor. And Triumph is all the ancillary devices that go around the other two components. Now, they're now a year and a half into the process before they've actually got an actual rolling bike. And I would say probably 90% of that year and a half was all about understanding the electronics that are involved in taming the power of the battery and the motor and making it workable within the
its parameters.
everyday environment. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because when you can release the energy in a battery at any rate you want. You can program it to release every single bit of energy all at once. Now, it will make a very, very fast bike, but it will only last 5 seconds till it discharges the battery. The chances are that it probably burns the motor out as it does it. So these are all controllable and programmable parameters that they have to. What in engineering terms it would be compromises that all have to be sort of explored. Now, from what I understand and the way Triumph have built that bike, it is only ranged, I think it's 100 plus miles, 150 miles. But when you look at the statistics of the power, the speed and the way that it delivers the power, it's quite an interesting sort of project. So when it comes to somebody programming a bike that's meant to be 30 mile an hour for however long the battery's meant to last, if you want to make that 45, you're going to burn out. One, you're going to burn out the motor. Two, the battery's going to overheat, probably dry out. You're probably going to fry the electrics and every bit of control. So that's why the likes of Lexmoto, that's why they will put those recommendations, that they will put the disclaimers on when they sell any item, that run it within the parameters and you'll be fine. Go out with the parameters. Yeah, you're on your own.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's like saying, will a GTR run on E5 petrol, or can I put nitrous on it? Will it run the same, or will it do any damage? Of course it will. You're modifying the bike.
This is the whole thing. It's like you only have to talk to Gareth when he's talking about stage 5 on his Harley, going above stage 5. He's talking about it compromises the gearbox and so on and so forth. Everything's engineered to within a certain parameter. And when you try and push it out with that parameter, then expect problems.
It's like anything, isn't it? You start upgrading engines, you've got to start upgrading gearboxes, and you've got to start upgrading brakes, and then you've got to think of your drivetrain. And yeah,
see, even the thing about it is, Simon, as well, is like I understand. Like, see somebody who has a ZZR 1400 that wants to put 40mm bar risers on it. It annoys me when they turn around and say it's not handling the way I think it should. No, of course it doesn't, because you're not riding it as it's. You've compromised its riding position.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, it's like what do you expect? It's like, I can understand why they do it, because I mean sometimes I've even ridden the 14 and I feel it in my shoulders. Not often, but sometimes I do. So I get that more upright position, but. Oh, it just doesn't feel right. It's the you're changing the parameters of a bike. I don't understand it. It's like an elongated swing arm or whatever you tend to do to a bike. Don't expect it to ride the same way as the manufacturer.
And you're going to be putting strain on other parts of the bike. So.
Exactly. You'll highlight another weakness. That's what you'll do. You'll just push it on somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because what you got on yours, Simon? Have you got 25s on yours for your bi-risers?
None.
Oh, you've got none on.
Mine's the standard. Yeah.
You've got standard. See, I've got 50s on mine just to bring it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
what that does, that then changes your seating position. It also changes the way it handles in corners.
Yeah, it's like it's turn in angle and whatever will be slightly different.
Exactly.
If you look at a MotoGP bike where you can adjust the angle of the neck tube basically, and the more steep on the. Hey man, Stevie, how you doing?
All right, boys. How's it going?
Good.
Doing well.
Good to see you all.
Can't beat a weekend in the cloth house. Nature is best. Sound of Simpson snoring all night long. Yeah.
Fuck off! I'm doing canvas.
Oh, he's gone again.
He's got that third world internet in Canada, isn't he? That's what he's got.
And it's Canadian internet, sponsored by Celine Dion, mate.
I thought perhaps he was sponsored by Boris Johnson.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's the point. It's a good question here actually. LXR380 guy. So if I upgrade my exhaust, would it still be covered by my warranty? Yes, anything on the exhaust front, as long as it is Lexmoto or is an official exhaust, it is covered under warranty, because altering an exhaust is not going to change all you're doing is changing the sound of the bike. Maybe a little bit of back pressure. Someone actually said to me today, he said I've put a can on it, but it's banging and popping and it's getting really shitty fuel mileage. I said, have you taken the baffle out? Yeah, because it sounds better. Put the baffle back in. You're altering the back pressure. That can is designed to have the baffle in to give you the right amount of back pressure for the bike.
Yep. 44 Teeth did a budget bike battle with I think it was not the one that they had all the silly ones with the three wheelers and stuff like that. The one before that, and they took the bikes to a rolling road, and one of them had a Akrapovic, whatever it was.
Akrapovic, yeah.
And they took it to a rolling road, and the standard exhaust kicked out more brake horsepower than the Akrapovic or Akrapovic or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like when people say, my Ducati, it's got Termiognis on it. Yeah, but they come normally 99% with a standard can. You go to stick Termis on it, you're altering the parameters of the bike.
Exactly. You're looking at increasing the injectors. You're looking at advancing timing. There's so many different parameters that you're having to do. But in doing that, you're exposing the bike to other issues like overheating and God, I don't even want to get into everything else.
Cooking the pistons, cooking the rings, cooking the barrels. Yeah.
There's nothing worse than a cooked ring.
Yeah.
You're right. There isn't.
Especially after a curry. Yeah.
How you doing, Stevie? You all right, buddy?
I'm good, mate. Yeah. Apologies for not being around for a while. I've been super busy with work and shit, mate. So yeah, good to see you guys. Obviously,
that video is doing very, very well. That music video that you did.
Which one?
The Unsung Heroes.
Oh yeah, the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing all right, man.
It's doing all right for itself. Yeah, it's doing really well. Yeah. Because everyone's like, "Oh, do you know that guy?" I said, "No, he comes on the live stream. Where you go on is go follow his channel."
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, it's doing all right, mate. It's a good one. That one is a great ride, man. It was really good. All in aid of obviously veterans and it's called the Veterans Hoggen Alberta Veterans Ranch here in Alberta. Obviously, it's all the money that was raised goes towards the Veterans Ranch where guys can go and just chill out for free. In this massive ranch in the middle of the woods here in Alberta next to the Rocky Mountains. They can go and hunt, fish, all that sort of stuff, all for free.
That's great.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, it's really good, man. Really great cause. But yeah, fantastic. And obviously the guy that sings the original video, that one I put on the end of my lives all the time, he was there, Justin. Top bloke, man. Really, really good dude.
Yeah.
But yeah.
On a Canadian question, anybody seen what's happened to Brad recently? Diesels.
Yeah, so Brad's been on holiday for 3 weeks down in the States, and he's obviously just getting back. So he's been working and shit as well, mate. So
Yeah.
yeah,
He was normally around because it was normally the Diesel him and Jim. And I haven't seen the pair of them about for absolutely ages, apart from Jim doing his Finally Fridays.
If I'm honest, I think Brad got pissed off with YouTube, and he got the whole. We've all been there, you know what I mean? Like, fuck this, no one watches my shit type of scenario. So I think he's having a little break off YT for a bit. So
because I know, I think it was Ayrshire Vlogster was thinking about coming off, and everyone said, just do what you need to do. If you want to take a break, take a break. All the boys will still be here when you get back. But then, of course, he banged out a really, really good video with Lockwood, and that went absolutely mental. His video went absolutely sky high.
Yeah, that's it. Take a break, reset yourself, and come back stronger. So.
That's what happens. I was sitting with my wife today, and I think just today I hit 410 subs, which magic. But I shut my last channel down when it had over 800 subs. So I said to my wife today I'd have 1,200 subs in it, and do you know what I mean? It's a bit. It doesn't. That's.
You should have more, mate.
I'm happier with this channel. I'm happier with this channel, and that's the thing about it. It's I'm happier with the content. I think the last channel had to happen for this channel to be the way it is.
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
That's a good point. That's a good way of looking at it, mate. That's for sure.
That's what it is. But listen, Stevie, like some of the content you're putting out, some of the upgrades you're putting on that bike as well, brother, they're absolutely fantastic. It's starting to look so sweet. In fact, my most recent video, the one that I actually posted today, when I'm riding into Largs, there's a bagger sitting just as I'm riding in the left-hand side, and it made me think of you straight away. I'm like, that. It wasn't the same colour. It was just slightly lighter than yours, but I'm like, I thought to myself, you must be loving that bike.
Mate, I've got fucking shit everywhere. Look at this. I've got fucking all this to put on. You know what I mean? I've got fucking shit left, right, and centre from Custom Dynamics to put on.
Brilliant, though. That's good.
These guys as well. Advan Black. That's 2-inch lowering springs, so they're fucking getting lowered by 2 inches. And
Advan Black just actually followed me on Insta. So
they're brilliant, mate.
I've just messaged them to see what they're doing for a ZZR 1400.
What did he say? Fuck off.
Hee-haw.
There we are. It's straight on the head. Every time I get pissed off with YouTube, someone comes along and says how much they like what I do, and it just pushes me on again. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the exit.
Step back, take a breather. I did a little post the other day. I think Simon saw it. And it basically said, I've had days, I've had good days, I've had bad days. That was actually done by MT Belly. He put the original post up and said like and share. I went and stuck it on a load of pages, and the amount of people that have used that text and actually copied it out and said, this is so me. I read it to the missus and she went, that is just you all over. You've got your bike is just your passion. I went, I said, but there's days where I get to work and I think, oh, God, another bloody day in the bike garage. And then as soon as I open the front doors, it's like, right, we're off, and smile on the face again.
Yep, I know that feeling, mate. I'm fucking itching I'm going to Sturgis in 3 weeks, so I'm going down for the rally in South Dakota.
I'm going to update Simon because we sold the VN yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, the big VN 1600, we sold it yesterday. So
I've got my eye on something else anyway, so...
and it's just
what it is. No spoilers.
Yeah, I put a Gremlin bell on mine today. Yeah, Gremlin bell. I never understood what these Gremlin bells are meant to be, but then obviously Lockwood sent me one in his packet that he sent me, and it's basically a little crash helmet on a keychain. I've got it actually hanging at the front of the GTR now with the duck.
That's it.
I've had a couple and I end up losing them. So what I've done is I've hung one in my back box now.
If you can see it, it's under there somewhere. Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Aye, that's it. It's just a little minding. It's just to let you know that somebody else is thinking about you. And that's the whole thing.
Keeps the gremlins away while you're on the road.
Exactly. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And that's
Guardian bell, gremlin bell, same sort.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I actually saw somebody on Instagram. They were selling their bike and they took their bell off, and then they were offering it to somebody else. I'm selling the bike, but I want somebody else to have the luck of the bell.
Yeah.
And I thought that was nice.
Oh, wow.
Because
I lost mine.
I'm led to believe that it's better to be gifted it than to buy it yourself.
Yeah,
Is
so
that
you
right?
can't buy it. So the story goes, you can't buy it yourself. I lost mine a few weeks back. I was like, fuck. You know, when you just look under the bike, I was like,
Yeah.
bollocks, it's gone. So I said to the wife, you're going to have to go and buy me one because I can't buy
Yeah.
it because it's bad luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Gremlin Bell or Guardian Bell. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum bought me mine from Orlando Harley Davidson while we was down there because she was reading about it and said, right, I'll buy you one then. So yeah, and that's
I'll
the one
tell you a
I've actually
story.
Yeah, go on.
So my mate Jimmy, who lives in the UK, he was on the last live stream I did. You know, the lad that was in the MC. Sorry, not MC, but you know what I mean. I sent him one, and literally he put it on his bike, and within fucking a month of having it on his bike, he crashed his bike, he broke his arm, and he fucking got divorced from his missus. So he's
Did you send it back?
And he lost. There's Brucey boy. And he lost it. He lost it when he crashed the bike. And he's like, I said to him, mate, do you want me to send you another one? He's like, you can go fuck yourself. You can send me another one of them. Or to his use exact words, get to fuck is what he said.
Fluid.
Quality.
Just
love it. Yeah, quick one for you, said. Anyone going to Thunder in the Glen?
I know a couple of. It's not my bag. It's not my kind of thing. Thunder in the Glen.
On the loo.
No. But I know a few boys that are, but it's not my music. I don't like rock music or anything like that. It's not my.
Are you going, Bruce? I'll take it. Bruce is going.
Yeah, Bruce about, yeah. Let's put the StreamYard link up one more time. If anybody wants to jump in the StreamYard link or come on with these nutters that are in below me, you're welcome to do so. Lockie,
he called you two nutters.
He's getting a bit fed up of the 1,000. He's looking for something else. And I said, have you thought about something adventure-wise? Get TDM 900. Good bike.
Yeah.
What's
nice
that? We're Lockwood. Right.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not giving any spoilers, so I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, I said to him, get
I
TDM.
already know.
Either that or buy a tractor. Get yourself a GS.
Listen. See after Lockwood and I rode Andy and Darren's. Listen, I would have a BMW GS 1250 tomorrow if I had the money, and that would be the thing. That would be the sort of the factor that would stop me from getting it, and it does stop me from getting it because it's that good a bike. Now, I had. You know that way where you've not ridden a bike and you automatically have an image or a sort of a thought of the way you think that it's going to be.
Yeah.
The 1250 GS was absolutely the polar opposite from what I thought that bike was going to be. That bike is so usable every day or to Europe. I can understand it. It's like I was on Darren's. 5 minutes into the ride, I'm like, oh God, these grips are absolutely brilliant. And I'm not like, wait a minute, they're heated. I was like, oh, I'm all comfy in this seat. I was like, wait a minute, it's heated. This is brilliant. And then I'm flicking it from side to side, going round roundabouts, and it's just flicking in. Probably flicking in better than the ZZR, but bearing in mind the handlebars are probably twice as wide. But still, when it comes to weight, when it comes to power delivery and whatever, it was such a usable bike. You think to yourself, now this is my impression of a BMW GS when I'm thinking about it right now, and I have said to Andy, I said I thought it was a heavy bike. I thought it was going to be heavy, and it was nothing could be further from the truth. Once you've got that bike running, it's just like any other bike, and it went into the corners very, very nicely, handled brilliantly. Power delivery was exactly where you needed it for urban riding, and you can see it getting up to motorway speeds quite easily. As well as the sort of the fact that when it comes to the wind coming over your head and whatever, it's like it was such a comfortable place to sit. It really was. If I had the money, I would probably own one.
And you've got all that storage as well. There's a lot more storage on that than there is on my GTR.
My God, it's like these GS boxes. You could you could put the garage in there. You really could
fit a small Korean in the top box.
do you know what I was impressed with? The active suspension. Darren, Andy's pal Darren looked at the height of me. I'm 6'3", right? Darren looked at the height of me, and the first thing he did was he went onto the BMW and he pressed the button in the back end of the bike, sat up. It's like active suspension, so it's got the suspension travels electronic, so you can raise and lower the height of the seat just in accordance to whoever it is that's riding it. So he put the back end of the bike up, and everything was infinitely programmable, be it traction control, engine power, and the LCD display, or TFT as they call it, display on the front of it was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. The price wasn't. I will say that the price wasn't, because you're 20 plus grand. But any batteries?
Yeah, there we go. Not really, but yeah, it's an improvement. Yeah, exactly. 1250 better than the 1200. Yeah, not really, but it's an improvement. Yeah. Evening, Ash Vlogster's here. Evening, buddy. Good to see you. Post up a StreamYard link in case he wants to come in. The best one for this is Andy. He's the BMW man. He knows more about those things. He's had so many of the damn things. He's probably the guru of these bikes. So yeah.
No, that's his first one.
The thing about it is like some of the stuff that Andy was telling me, like that when you buy that bike, it's like what BMW actually, like, if they monitor that bike, they monitor the sensors on that bike, and if that bike's on its side, they're contacting you to make sure that you're okay. If you're not okay, they're contacting emergency services. They're locating where you are. They're sending somebody to help you if you're broken down, so on and so forth. It's like the attention to detail and what they provide. Even the fact of the app that Andy showed me on the phone, that when you're riding, BMW's got an app and it shows you your height, your speed, your the bike's attitude as it is going into corners and so on and so forth. It plots and it maps the whole journey for you, and you can play that back at any time. It's like the attention to detail is.
There was a YouTube video out. I don't know who it was. It was a husband and his wife. Both got 1250s, and she overcooked a corner. Got a little bit loose on the gravel and lost it and dropped the bike. But it was only a low speed drop. But he put his on the stand, rushed over to her, picked the bike up, and within the time that it took him to pick the bike up, the bike had already started ringing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is BMW. Are you all right? Is the bike okay? And he said, yeah, she's had a low speed drop. We're trying to start the bike. Do you need recovery? Do you need a sit? I think we'll be all right. Well, give us a call back if you do need us, or hit the SOS button and we'll send recovery out.
Sounds cool.
Rev, I'm sure that Andy said to Lockwood and I that when he parked the bike, the way that they'd parked it, the wind was blowing it, and they contacted him because they could monitor the fact that the bike wasn't going to fall over, but they could monitor the fact that it was a lean angle they weren't happy with.
Bring that last comment back up there about BMW. BMW send an engineer when you break down. Can you imagine how many fucking employees, how many mechanics they would need to fucking think if it was Harley Davidson? Fuck me.
Well, it's the old joke, isn't it? They say 90% of Harleys ever sold are still on the road. It's only 10% made it home. So.
Yeah, that's true. But it was, what was it? Someone said about Rhythmic's Triumph the other day. Do you have the AA and the RAC follow you on every ride? Bless him. Our bike's actually, his bike's actually good. Andy just said, I pushed Darren on his to try it. Like, yeah. There's Andy and Darren have got one. Oh, did you manage to get hold of Darren about my forks yet, Simon?
He's had a few issues when I was talking to him, so I actually forgot to mention it, but I did mention it on my video, so hopefully he'll watch the video and he'll get told. So.
Oh, bro. Yeah, because they are leaking badly at the moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out on it. Oh, you're going to come with your brakes.
You'll have to tell me if anyone's commenting on the side chat, because I can't see the chat, mate, because I'm on my iPad, so I can't see nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing you want to know
people
about.
People slagging me off and that.
There's plenty of saying, "Oh, look, Stevie's supporting Man United now," and things like that.
You know.
There's a question here: Is the military biker gutted about Man United beating Liverpool in the pre-season friendly? That's
couldn't give two monkeys fucks. But do you know what? The Man United fans were acting like they'd fucking won the European Cup.
Exactly, mate. Liverpool sent out under 16s.
Exactly.
Before then, they go down the pub at half. Yeah.
I've got a YouTube. Why have I got a YouTube black mark for someone swearing? Who is it?
Are you kidding me? It's probably me, isn't it?
Oh no, it's Andy. He's saying, yeah, only when I put my fat ass on it.
For God's sake, YouTube, grow up here.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you know why I got banned off Instagram?
When the BMW call centre goes to India, I'm selling it.
Stevie, what was it? What was it to get you banned?
I looked at my who I followed, right, and I followed some random ass knobheads that didn't even exist anymore, or just never ever, did anything on Instagram anymore. So I thought, fuck, I'll just go through and delete all the ones I don't want to follow anymore.
I got that, and
so
because you deleted so many.
Aye. They banned me for like a week because they thought I was using a third-party fucking app to gain followers when I was unsubscribing. I was fuming, mate. I sent about 90 messages saying, I went off my head at them, you're a joke, blah, lefty, this, that, and the other. So,
that's ridiculous.
But I'm back now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like when you look at like people that can go on and go to somebody in India and pay them $20 to gain them followers and so on and so forth, and their algorithms can't pick that up. But somebody who's genuinely sitting, having a genuine call, because you know what it's like. It's like through your whole history and through your life of Instagram, there's people that become relevant and then they sort of kind of fade away and die away, and you never hear from them again. If you don't, then you just sort of discard them, and that's fair enough. And like if you haven't done that for a while, that can be 100. That can be 100 accounts that you're discarding straight away.
Yeah.
And if they're turning around and thinking that you're doing something untoward because you're doing that, that's strange.
It's mad, mate. Honestly, I was fuming. I was, like I said, I sent them about 14 messages saying, unblock my account now. But they mugged me off. Didn't even bother replying.
That's like the thing on TikTok at the moment. Because there was, I tend to follow so every time I scroll through my TikTok, I start getting just bike. And I went through it this morning. I've got 5 or 6 African tribal people with women with their boobies out, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, I started getting that as well. Yeah. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I was like, oh blimey, all right. Report the account, and and then you get like a day later it says, if they find no violation found, and I'm like, really? African women with their boobs out, and it's not a violation.
Rev, did you report it?
Yeah,
I'm actually waiting on Mama Boo Boo Gobi Day coming to my house and visiting me for the weekend.
It's like we get a lot of emails at the garage for SEO, and it's like, hello, I am Gupta from India. Yeah. I give good SEO. You send $20 to my account, I give you #1 ranked Google page. And they put three O's in Google, and you're like, really? Well, if you reckon you get as good SEO for $20, at least learn to spell.
Exactly. It's like I get it on Instagram all the time. And do you know one of the big things that gets me the SEOs coming in on Instagram, and that's if I hashtag Scotland for whatever reason. If I hashtag Scotland, I get. I am #1 SEO. I had a whole conversation. I said, listen, mate, I said, you're telling me that you're going to get me X amount of followers on Instagram. If you think that that's true, you try and get as many followers as I've got on Instagram before you come and say to me that you can get as more for me. Because they're only sitting with like 30, 40 followers, and you're like, right, okay, if you're that good at being an SEO, get yourself the followers first.
Yeah. Exactly. there's like a lot of these pages that if you go, especially if you like type it in YouTube, get more followers, and there's all these YouTube accounts. They've got like 1 follower, but they've got a link under it saying, "Oh yes, you know, we'll get you 250,000 followers," and this load of rubbish. Here
I
we
like
go.
some of the spam messages I'm getting on TikTok at the moment. I'm getting inundated with messages from women that the first thing they say is, "Hello, handsome, how are you?"
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
so I had one today, "Hello, handsome, how are you?" So I ignored it. And it said, and then the next line said, "What are your hobbies?" So I decided to reply, "Watching porn and masturbating." And the reply I got was, "Oh, I like yoga."
Wow. Fucking hell. Mate, I won the lottery in Namibia a few years back. All I had to do was provide my bank details, and they would have
Congratulations, mate. I wish you the very best of luck with it.
I'm still waiting for the check. Yeah.
I had one. What was it? I think it's about 5-6 months ago. And I came in. I said to Phil in the garage. I went, "Bloody hell, can't believe it." And he went, "What's that?" I said, 5 numbers last night on the Euros. And he went, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, it was 64 million jackpot, and I got 5 numbers." And he went, "Bloody hell." He said, "Are you going to actually pay your bike off?" And I went, "No, because I got 15 quid."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For 5 numbers.
5 numbers is shit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely crap. You're paying £2.50 a ticket as well. It's like, bloody hell.
I had a boy I worked with that got five numbers in the bonus ball on the lottery, and he got the 5 numbers in the bonus ball the week that there was 100 and whatever it was, 6 number winners. So the person who was actually last week that got 5 numbers in the bonus ball got more than the people that got 6 numbers the week that he got the 5 numbers in the bonus ball. He was thinking, I'm retiring to I've maybe put a lump sum on the house and I'm still having to work for another 15 years. I mean, that was like a nearly but not quite.
I don't really know much about Thunder and Limb, but I just don't feel it fits for me. Bruce, you'd have a great time there, man. All you do is go get absolutely shit-faced drunk. It'd suit you down to the ground, Bruce.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't. I don't think it's for me.
Oh, sorry. I'm still drunk, Seth.
Andy sent me a WhatsApp this week. Have you seen it, Simon? The Glastonbury Festival.
No, I ain't seen that one. No.
It's they're filming the Glastonbury stage, and then they panned round in the crowd. There's this naked male and a woman on her knees giving him pleasure.
I've seen it.
I was like, bloody hell.
Yeah. He's just
brushing her teeth. That's what he's doing.
Drinking his pint, and he's like,
yeah.
Was she not singing into the pint microphone? Was that?
But it's the woman. There's a woman. If you watch the video, there's a woman in front of the camera, and she's like, the look of disgust.
Naked karaoke.
I've won 7 Dyson Hoovers. Good for you, lad. Get that garage fucking tidied up.
I just I work for the British government. The cybercrime department gets rid of the quick and the top off a shuffle.
I watch a couple of YouTube channels. One being Pierogi and the other one being Scammer Payback.
Pierogi's good,
and brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And they basically target scammers. They target Amazon scammers. They target YouTube scammers. They target all types of scammers. But what they do is because they're so they're so into the whole computer, the computers that they allow these scammers to come onto computers, and it's a remote computer that they've got. The computer doesn't actually exist. It's a remote computer, so they allow them to come on. But while these scammers are on trying to corrupt their computers that don't exist, because it's a virtual computer, they're in deleting all their files. They copy every single file that they've got, all their call logs, everything about them. They can access all their cameras within the places that they are in Calcutta and India and whatever, and they then hand all that information over to the relative authorities.
He did one
just
the other day
absolutely
where was it the Indian police actually raided the building while he was watching.
that's right. They troll the life out of them. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Very, very
I don't
clever.
know if you're aware of it, but if you get the fake text messages and what have you in the UK, if you forward them on to 7726, which actually spells out spam, it goes to the British cybercrime department. And they start looking into them and tracing them back.
Oh, well.
Not a lot of people knew about that. But, yeah.
Sweet.
Sorry, it's a bit useless information I found out the other day.
So. They use virtual machines. Yes, they do. Yeah. I had a really good one. Oh, and it must be about a year ago now. With someone actually, you get a lot of these. They phone the mobile phone, and it was normally double glazing people. Stu's just got the video.
That's funny.
It's funny, isn't it? He's just taking his pint like
just as cool as I. Just another day. That's rock and roll.
Amazing.
It's the one where it's like the double glazing people. They call you and they go, "Oh, we'll replace the if you do pay for the windows at the front, we'll do the ones at the back for free." I said, "Well, I've got a door at the front. Can I have a nice plastic one?" Yeah. What size is it? I said, "It's a standard front door. Can I have a plastic one?" She went, "Yeah, we'll have a little window so I can see out." She went, "If you want, yeah, it'd be about anything from £1,000 to £1,200. How many windows you got at the back?" And I went, "Just the one." "What size is it?" I said, "It's 12 inches by 6 inches. Can I have a nice stained glass one?" And she went, "Well, what have you got at the moment?" I went, "Just 6 bars up and down." She went, "Why is that?" I said, "Because that's all I can fit in my cell." That worked.
My uncle used to get them ringing him all the time, second-hand, double glazing, and he used to say, "No, I've got double glazing. What I want is I want a conservatory, but I really can't have one." And they'll still go for all their pitch and everything else, and he'll go, "Yeah, it's great, but I can't have one." Yeah, we'll do that. We'll send it. I said, "No, I can't have one." Yeah. He said, "No, I can't have one. I'm on the 14th floor."
That works. Or the best one, if you get one of these numbers, they go, "Can you just hold the line a minute?" And you make them wait, and then they say, "Is this the actual number that you're calling off? Can I take a number so if I get cut off, I'll call you back?" "Yeah, all right. And why are you calling this person?" They go, "Do you realise you've actually called the deceased victim? This is a deceased victim's body of a murder investigation, of a shooting. We just want to know how you know this gentleman. Well, you've given us your number, so we'll obviously be tracing your number to find out who you are." Boom, down goes the phone.
Do you know what else works? When you just tell them to fuck off.
Oh, that does well.
That works.
Yeah, but some days you've got to have a laugh, and I mean,
Some
I
days
had someone ring me.
Yeah.
I had someone ring me and say, "Hello, this is Amazon. We're calling you because you've been charged for an iPhone."
Oh yeah.
And I guessed it was a scam straight away because they didn't ask details or anything. I went, "No, I bought one." I went, "No, you've been overcharged." I said, "No, I bought one." I said, "No, listen, mate, I've just bought one on Amazon." "Oh, hang on, you need to speak to my supervisor." Put me through the supervisor, and the supervisor said, "Oh, you put it." I went, "No, I bought one." He said, "No, you've been charged for 2. I went, "Oh, that's all right. I know. My mate wants one. I'll sell it to him." And with that, they hung up. They realised we weren't going to get them.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been in my dad's 83, and I've been in my mum and dad's house, and the phone rings, and my dad answers it, "Hi," and he's like, my dad's a very, very polite person, and like he'll no say no to anybody, and he starts the conversation, and I'm sitting there and like, this is just a pile of piss that he's getting handed here. And like I can see the hand reaching towards the wallet, and that's when they're asking for the details, and I'm like, phone, fuck off.
Right.
And then phone down, "Who was that?" "Oh, it was a guy, and he's like going to do my gutters." And like, "Dad, you don't even know who it is. Why would you just take that off somebody that's phoned you?"
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Give me 2 seconds. We're just going to go and get a top up for a drink. I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries, Steve. Yeah, stick your phone under a pan and bash the hell out of the pan. That works.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Or a loud whistle works as well. That normally gives you a good one.
My mum always cracks up at my dad for that. My dad has stuff turn up at the house. Like my mum's like, "What is this, Gavin?" "Oh, it was a guy, and he's bought the most random stuff." He's just too trusting and too honest. He's probably, I would call him the scammer's dream. That's probably my dad's new nickname, the scammer's dream. Because he probably is.
Oh, here we are. It's just the best way to get rid of scammers who try to steal me stuff. Just tell them I've gone bust. It's the only thing that works. We get, obviously, in our village, being a very tiny village, we tend to get the Jehovah's Witnesses every Sunday. Normally, I'm out bike riding. And it was just after the missus had moved in when I'd still got my spiders. And in this office, I used to have the wall behind me. It was literally all tanks. I had 64 tarantulas behind me in the tanks. But I had one. It's known as a Goliath, the bird-eating spider. And it was the size of a dinner plate. So what I used to do was clean his tank. But I used to sit him on my shoulder and he'd sit there. Front door went down. There was the door. Opened the door and she went, I said, oh, can't really talk. I said, I'm really, really busy. She went, what's that on your shoulder? And I went, oh, that's I call him Mick. And she went, why is that? I said, because he's Mix and he picks. And she went, oh, what is it? I said, it's a bird-eating spider. Is it venomous? And I went, yeah, it'll kill you in about 5 seconds. And he didn't like being blown on. So I leant over, blow on the shoulder. The legs come up and out come the fangs at the front and he reared up. And she went, oh! And then all of a sudden it clamped on the side of my face. And she went, oh. I said, hang on a second. Do you want to hold him? Gone.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but the spiders had to go when the missus moved in because she does not like spiders. Not a spider lover.
Yeah.
But I keep telling her I want to get some more. She's like, no. Someone's just put a Facebook post up. Hang on. Anybody recognise this BMW person sitting on anybody recognise this person sitting on a non-BMW motorcycle? Oh, no, don't recognise him at all. No, nothing to do with me. All right, he's sitting on an Africa Twin up it.
Oh, that's in Oakley, isn't it? Yeah,
that's in Oakley. Yeah. I would not buy an Africa Twin. No, definitely not the one for me.
No, you can't hold it up, can you?
Exactly. Load of Friday Night Live. Yeah, someone's just commented on Friday Night Live. Thank you very much.
It'll be a Russian swinger.
13 thumbs up, 19 in the room. We're doing all right. So yeah.
Actually, have I liked it? Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah. Stu's enjoying the stuff from Andy at the moment, so
that was funny.
Have a look at the one with the cigarette. If Andy's not sent you the one with the cigarette, I think Simon might have seen that one.
I've seen lots of Andy's ones. I quite famously, when I first got to know Andy, was in a meeting, and I'm sitting there playing my phone. All of a sudden, I get a message from Andy, so I click on it, and it opens up and starts playing. And yeah, I had to turn my phone down very quickly.
Oh yeah, you had the same one that I did, yeah, because Mel's got a habit of answering. If I'm busy, she'll pick my phone up and answer my text message. She went, "Oh, Andy sent you a message. Don't open it. Why?
Yeah.
Don't open it." And she opened it. She went, "Ugh."
Rev, just a wee sort of point of interest. Check your private chat on the
StreamYard. Oh right, yeah, let's have a look. Okay.
Right. So, yeah. just to let you know, mate.
We all know now.
Right, well, it's not, but it's between friends.
Yeah.
How tall is Rockwood? I have interest.
4'5". No, he's not.
Uh-huh.
It's a wonder he had.
Tall enough.
You meant to ask your dad before you go and buy something.
He's on holiday, mate. he's on holiday, so yeah.
Rebsy's dad. That's what he's on about.
We shall try and get up this year and see you guys, but
you need to, mate. You need to. There's some cracking roads here. Just waiting for your.
Talking. How far is Largs from you?
From me, it's probably, see if I'm just wanting to go for a quick bimble, an hour away. It's not even an hour away for me, but it's a technical road, but it's probably about 30 minutes for me. But
It's
it's
just
quite
that,
a nice wee technical road. It's not far at all.
yeah. Because obviously we get our database of MOT, so it rolls around and I get my reminders go out each day.
Okay.
And obviously ringing through my reminders, and I phoned one of our customers, Cameron, and I said to him, I said, just a quick message for you. Your Tiger 1200's due for an MOT on the 26th. And he went, I'd love to come in for an MOT, mate, but I've moved.
I'm
and I
on
went,
Largs.
oh, he's moved to Largs.
No.
He said, I've just bought myself a house in Largs, so we've moved up.
Yeah.
The whole family's moved up to Largs because it's
I mean,
lovely.
where I stay, it's 20 miles, I would say. Not even that, but that 20 miles is like the latest video I've got up, I'm on that road from my house to Largs. So right over the coast, it's towards the coast, it's cracking.
Nice.
That's my wee go-to road. That's the road that every bike that I get, I test because I know the speed that the last bike I had, I can go into the corner at. So I go down the road about 4 or 5 times until I know, right, I can do this, I can do that, in that corner I can do this. And when we used to have Vlogster, he was kind of sort of not long into it. I'd actually sort of put him onto the road as well, and I said, listen, use it as a benchmark. If you're not sure of how the bike's going to react in a corner, it's like, do a certain speed into the corner, and if you feel it's okay, the next time you do the corner, increase it by 5 miles an hour and see how it feels. If you feel it's okay, go again and go again until you can get it to a limit where you feel as if that's where you are. I said, and what you'll do is you'll progress down the road that wee bit better. I said, you'll not be exposing yourself to any more risk. You'll be sitting in a sort of nice wee sort of sweet spot between the bike and the road. And that's the road that we use, is my back road to Largs.
Okay, let's have a quick one. I wish you'd just bike less top speed and concentrate on range. Definitely. Yeah. The thing is, 70 miles an hour is your maximum limit you can do on a road anyway, with a little bit more on top.
Exeter, see, I don't know if you had watched 44 T's review of the Triumph TE1, and the question was asked with regards to electric bikes, and it was quite openly talked about, and the guy from Triumph openly talked about hydrogen, and basically I think the way Triumph are looking at electric is they're going to push it as far as they can push it, because right now in this generation that we are in just now, this is the VHS versus Betamax challenge. This is what this is.
Yeah, that's exactly
it. It just so happens that it's about how we power our vehicles, but that is what it is, and it's the strongest format that will win, whether it be hydrogen, whether it be electric, or whatever it is. Simon's like, hydrogen, please, hydrogen. No, yep. I think personally, I think hydrogen will win hands down, because when it's feasible for at source hydrogen to be a vehicle that can generate hydrogen power at source, meaning that you fill it with water and it can generate hydrogen as it needs it. That's where it all. So because we can fill our cars up, we can fill the cars up at the house. How good will that be? Yeah,
that's the key, man. That's the key.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and the thing is, obviously, with sort of hydrogen, there's plenty of it, and it'll go back into the atmosphere, but you can't recycle lithium.
No, but Simon's been very, very consistent with the way that he's always spoke about how lithium is mined and how aggressive the mining of lithium is. And it's such a valid point. Nothing that we use on this earth is forever.
Exactly.
If it's a resource that's not been discovered, that we find it can do this, that, or the next thing, it won't be an infinite supply, whether it be oil, whether it be coal, whether it be lithium, which seems to be the next thing. This for me is why I think right now we're exploring space, because we're looking for the next best material to power something or another. But no, I think hydrogen's the way to go. I really do.
Did you see in the news that they found a heartbeat radio signal coming from somewhere in space?
I saw that. I saw that on it was Microsoft that actually reported that they've had a constant and consistent signal from deep space. Yeah, I saw that.
Radio. It's a radio signal as well, which means it's not man-made. Sorry, it is man-made. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not us man-made, but obviously
you are not alone.
Three eyes man-made.
I don't know how everyone stands with regards to Bob Lazar. I've watched a lot of documentaries from Bob Lazar, and there's so much that guy said, and he said it over a period of 30 odd years. For it to be so consistent about what he's saying about the vehicles that he's claiming to have seen in certain states of engineering undress, because they're trying to reverse engineer the propulsion systems that they have found. He's even talking about mixed metal alloys that it's 4 or 5 different alloys that have been layered together in such a way it's so thin that the technology to actually do it isn't available in the world. Nobody can do it, but they have these at area 50. Is it 51? Is it area 60? Area 69? Is it?
That's around the corner from me.
That's a different zone altogether, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you have to pay to get in.
Yeah, that's just behind the streets of Sturgis, mate.
I'll be there.
Would.
Hopefully, don't look like fucking aliens when I get in there. But anyway.
Well, I just googled it, and lithium-ion batteries are not recyclable. Lithium is. So.
Oh, there we go.
But Simon, like, I don't know if have you ever seen the system that the Germans have brought out for electric cars? Now, everyone knows what a 45-foot steel container looks like. So the Germans basically have a recovery system for their motorways that has a steel container that has a removable top hatch on it, and it's filled with water. So if an electric car catches fire on the motorway, they've got a crane that comes in and lifts the car, drops it into the container, and they backfill it with water. It goes to a compound and sits in that compound for 24 hours in that container filled with water, because a lithium-ion battery can catch fire within a 24-hour period, even when extinguished. And this is what the Germans have come up with to combat that. That's a serious thing. That it's like if a battery can catch fire, even though it's extinguished 24 hours after it's happened.
Yeah. That's what I was saying earlier about traffic accidents or motorbikes and car accidents and things like this, and they catch fire, and the fire brigade just sit there and look at it and wait for it to die because they can't put nothing on it.
Have you seen? You know how like in Formula One, I hate Formula One, by the way, but I'm going to mention Formula One. They've got so much camera coverage throughout the garages now. When you look at the garages, they've got a big hook that sits at the back of the garage. Yeah. And that hook is
around the car. Yeah.
It's basically like if any engineers are working on the car and they fall over, they basically hook them and pull them out of the way because there's been an electrical static discharge from the car that's basically.
Whenever the cars roll into the pits now, they run onto grounding strips around the car because
they sit up off the ground. That's right.
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's because of the big battery they got in it. We end up doing it every fucking week, every time, don't we? We back this subject away and we end up fucking back on it again, causing it going to a rant.
I think I think it depends on the passengers, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I think if the passengers are placid and maybe amenable, you maybe let them out. If they're being a wee bit, I'm just putting
It depends on whether or not they got their swimming costume on.
exactly. They might be sitting there like synchronised swimmers with the wee nose thing, just ready for it for the wee feet.
How many Germans were there? Yeah. How big was the German? He was this high and he was over there.
We're fucking going mental now, aren't we? I've got to have a beer in a minute.
MT just said, think hydrogen will win because of the range. You can't get main sleek longer than 100 metres. That's true. Sarah's just said, I was waiting on your rant, Simon.
Do you know what? Speaking about these batteries you're talking about, these electric cars and what have you, just Comrade Trudeau over here wants everybody to drive an electric car. And obviously, you know, the sort of the other guys who are talking, you know, sense, are saying to this Comrade Trudeau now that, hang on, you want everybody to stop driving around in the diesel trucks and all this stuff to go to an electric car when it's minus 40 degrees in the winter. How long are these cars going to last? They're not going to last at all because they're not going to work in the cold. It's simple as that.
50% of the power of the battery away in that temperature. Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. It's just fucking mental. Anyway,
but then you look at who's subsidising his campaigns. Because
I hate him.
There's Stevie. You have to admit there's a worldwide agenda. There's a worldwide agenda when it comes to electric power, and it's like, and as I don't want to bring Russia Ukraine into the argument, but it is part of it.
I mean, let's be honest. We all want a world where our kids can grow up and have healthy lives, and their kids can grow up and do the same.
Of course.
And you know what? If they nail this electric cars, great, fantastic. You know, a whole new age of man technology will be great. But I can't see it happening by all this. You know, they're coming up with 2035. They're not going to stop making this, stop making that. Great. It's going to take longer than that, I think, to get all this into action and have decent stuff where it can get the same distance, same range, same times as a normal car, pull the same amount of kit. You know, if we're talking electric trucks, pulling a caravan for 600 kilometers in one direction, great, fantastic. But it can't do that right now.
But I think one of the biggest stumbling blocks for hydrogen power being a feasible means of propulsion is the government haven't worked out how to tax water yet.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it, isn't it? All these companies are going to lose a lot of money.
That's what it comes down to. How are we going to? Where are we making our money from? Where are we getting that from?
Yep.
Because
you can only fill your car up at a hydrogen station.
Yeah, it's like right, okay. The water has to be blue, right? Yeah. Does it? Aye. Yeah. That'll be something like that. That's what they'll do because they'll have to earn the coin from somewhere because they won't get it from the fuel. They'll get it from somewhere else, and that's what it comes down to, and that's how civilization's been restricted.
Yeah, I saw an advert on TV about I can't remember if it was BP or somebody saying they're installing all these electric charging points on their forecourts now. They're doing all this, and I said, yeah, that's great. They're putting the infrastructure in, but how pissed off are people going to be when they've got to queue up 6 hours because there's 6 people there queued up for waiting 2 hours to charge their piece of shit up? Yeah, ain't gonna work. Sorry, ain't gonna work.
No.
Don't work.
Round.
There you go.
He said, "Yeah, not just catching fire, but how many people will get an electric shock too?"
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, someone has an accident, you go to help them, you get blown across the fucking road because you just been hit. That was the whole thing.
It's like you have a 5-car pile up and one car is electric, and it electrifies the 5 cars involved in the accident. So that's a risk. That's a risk assessment I don't want to fill out.
That's not only that. I mean, if it is that serious an accident and the fire brigade could start cutting the car to pieces, where do they know where to cut? Because all the manufacturers are different.
Yeah, exactly.
See, the thing is, we service Prius, and obviously with those, you've got to completely remove the key fob from the car when you're doing a service. Because if you're halfway through that oil change and that car decides the batteries are getting low, I'm going to start charging up those batteries. That engine fires up. You've got a guy with no oil in his engine. And then the other thing is the actual mains lead on those. What people don't realise, it's 3-phase and it's 600 volt on those.
Yeah.
So you've got to be really, really careful when you're actually
I mean, at the moment, if a normal petrol or diesel car, if the fire brigade have got to start cutting somebody out of it, the first thing I do is prise the bonnet and go, snip, that's the battery done.
Yeah.
You know, the car is safe then.
Yeah.
It's safe to start pulling to bits. But no, what are you going to do? Snip 48 fucking batteries just so you can cut someone out of a car?
Yeah.
I know you're bleeding to death, but we can't touch you at the minute.
So
can't even
maybe
get reliable Wi-Fi or internet. So what hope is there everything able to be charged?
Exactly, Bruce.
But that's maybe something that needs to be. Maybe it doesn't need to be looked at because maybe it will be overlooked because technology will advance by it. But when you're talking about electric cars, the Isle of Man TT0, which is like the electric bikes, they must have an emergency stop button on the back of the bike. And when you come off that bike, the marshals can come up and bump that emergency stop. That renders that bike immobile. It cuts all
the
power.
battery. It's a kill switch.
And John McGuinness was one lap away from winning the TT0 and went over a bump. And it's what's called as a détente button. It's like when it's pressed, it snaps shut. And he went over the bump, and it was that hard the bump that it snapped shut on him, and the bike cut off.
Shit!
And he didn't know that it had cut off, and it was actually a fan that leaned over and pulled the button out, and his bike fired back up again. But by that time, about 3 bikes had went by him. But that is a system that is in place, but it probably isn't in place for commercial cars.
Also, the government want me to buy an electric car. They've just scrapped the scheme where they give you money towards it, and you got to spend at least 60 grand on one.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Exactly. Eat shit.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Electric cars are the Betamax of the car world. There is no doubt about it.
Exactly. I like that analogy. Actually, the Betamax of the car world. I do like that. Yeah.
President
all these fucking idiots are going to go out and buy one. It's going to be fucking useless.
Buy a Tesla in Canada, you get a free CD of Celine Dion and Justin Bieber.
Yep, you do, and it costs you $90,000.
Yeah, you get the car for free, but you got to buy the CD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, again, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, boys, I'm going to shoot off. I've got to go and send some more emails and stuff, so I'll pop out while I'm.
Cheers for popping in, buddy.
Lovely talking to you, mate.
No worries, boys. Well, listen, I'll speak to you. Yeah, you guys too as well, mate. Definitely.
Look after that Harley, Stevie. Let's see the next one on it. Yeah, look after it, buddy. Yeah. Have a good one.
All right, boys. Well, listen, I'll see you when I see you because I'm on leave for the next 2 weeks and then I'm going to stages. So
enjoy
yourself, buddy.
Have a good
one. All right, boys. Take it easy, boys. Have a good weekend. See you later. Take it easy. See you guys. Bye.
That was good.
Simon Brackett, you can fuck off with Batman's car. Not interested.
Howie's just said electric Vex taking 20 times longer refuel on a given stretch of motorway. Yeah, exactly. Dodgem cars. That's an idea. The old thing sticking out the top for the.
Well, you see, they've made cars so safe nowadays that people drive like absolute fucking lunatics. So make them dangerous again.
I don't know if you did you ever see the episode of Top Gear where they actually talked about there was government plans for part of the motorway to have an overhead line, like a tram line, and they were going to have articulated lorries.
Yeah.
With booms,
like trams
when they
going up and down it, yeah.
So they in rural they could run off electric rural. And when they
and then they realised actually we've got a whole railway network in place that's got that already on it.
But that's what they planned is when they came onto the motorway they could put a boom up and recharge as they're going down the motorway for them coming off the motorway and you're like, yeah, we got rid of that. We got rid of that in every major city in the whole of the country years and years ago in the 60s, the 50s even.
Yeah, I've just got great respect for Greg Goddard. He's going to stick with his 24-year-old Calibra Turbo. Nice one.
They were honestly a good car.
Not half as good as the Lotus Carlton.
Oh, the Lotus Carlton. Now we're talking.
Man, that's a car. That is a car. But the Calibra Turbo, 0.28 drag. That was what they said. 0.28 drag coefficient
Very nice.
on the
Very
Calibra Turbo. Beautiful car.
What was the one that we had? We had the oh god, it was a Vauxhall, but it's the Australian version.
Oh, the Holden.
That's it. Holden Monaro coming.
Ah, the Monaro. That's the you get they had it's basically what you would class as a Vauxhall Vectra, but it was a V8, the V8 engine in it, but they called it the Monaro V8 Turbo. But it was just a Vauxhall Vectra with a Monaro engine or the V8 engine in it. Beautiful.
Yeah, more electric related. So very true. Yeah. That Monaro, we came in and it was like, Jesus Christ, that thing is bloody loud.
Yeah.
It literally sounded like the Mad Max car. Oh, gorgeous sound to it. But that's that I haven't seen one of those for about a year now. The last one came in for an MOT and it sailed the MOT, but bloody hell, it was nice. Took us 10 minutes to get it on the ramp, but yeah, good fun.
I had a Vauxhall Vectra at the time the Monaro came out, and I went to Vauxhall to look at the Monaro, and as I say, it was exactly the same body shell as the Vectra I had parked out in the car park, but see the whole dashboard, everything, it was sitting right on my lap. See, because of that V8 engine, they had to push everything back the way because the bulkhead had to move as well to fit it into the frame of the car. It's a crazy bit of kit. Absolutely crazy. Beautiful.
I had a couple of great cars. One was an Astra SRI and the other one was the GTE.
The Astra GTE was beautiful with the digital dashboard.
Oh mate, God. I love that
Why did Vauxhall not keep that? That was just beautiful. The way that
was like sitting in a spaceship in the 80s. You was like, wow,
absolutely.
Look at this.
Because and see even the Nova GT and the Nova GSI as well.
Yeah.
Gunmetal grey. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, reliving the 80s. Yeah.
The only Vauxhall I ever had, I had a Vauxhall Colton with the horrible it was like it weren't like material, but it was like the old tweed jackets, and you sat in it. Within about 10 minutes, your back was itching because the seats made your back itch.
Yeah, but see the thing about it is, Rev, it's like the Vauxhall Carlton, you had 6 spaces to put your radio cassettes.
Exactly. Yeah.
On the slots, you could push them down. Remember that on the centre console?
And then your cassettes would pop out. Yeah.
And one of the first cars that had the slots for the coins as well. Remember that for slotting the coins in.
Interestingly enough, Simon Brackett's comment there about the electric vans, I hear nothing but complaints about them. There you go. I hear nothing but complaints about them. So there you go. And yeah, they're talking to the right person because I'm going to listen to them complaints. I'm going to broadcast them.
You see, my old Bedford CF, when I had a Chevy Corvette engine put in it. And it had do you remember the old 8-tracks? Big old cassette you used to get.
Hi. Yep.
And I kept my 8-track player. It's up in the loft somewhere. And one of the old guys said to me, he said, "Have you still got your 8-track from the van?" I went, "Bloody hell, it's in the loft somewhere. I've probably got some old James Brown 8-tracks."
Yeah.
And he went, "Do you realise how much that thing is worth?" And I went, "What? Is it working?" I went, "Yeah, it works. All plays. Just need some speakers adding to. You should add that." I think it was about 8 wires that all came out the back of it, and that was it. You used to just twist them up, bit of tape round them, that'll do the job. Yeah. And he said to me, "You're probably looking about £200-300 for that 8-track player." I went, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, 8-track players are worth a lot of money at the moment." So I think I might have to dig that out.
My aunt and uncle had it was a record player and it had an 8-track, and they were getting rid of it, and my mum and dad took it on, and the 8-track had Johnny Cash, the Carpenters, what was the other one? Bill Haley and the Comets.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. There was something else as well, and I fell in love with Karen Carpenter through listening to that 8-track. Why do birds suddenly
Yeah.
appear? Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. But it was that front loading, that big cassette that loaded in from the front, and then
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
The
it's not.
sound of it is a clunk.
I've just searched it, and it's not worth that much actually. But you can only buy it in the United States.
I remember when
Motorola
when I had
46.
the radio cassette in the car, I got the adapter you plugged in so you could plug your CD player into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember that you used to have the cassette that used to have the 3.5
The wires on it.
plug
Yeah.
on the back of it as well that you plugged it
Yeah.
in, and it was still the actual cassette head that read the because that was kind of the first sort of digital to analog conversion. That was how they worked it out.
Nice, Simon.
Simon, listen, Simon made an absolutely fantastic comment about my latest video, and Simon, I really appreciate it. Thanks very much, and night and take care.
It was a good video, that one. I do love them jumping, kicking over birds.
I've got to watch it. Don't give anything away.
Well,
I've got to go and watch
see,
it.
See the thing. Do you know what it was? It was a whole. I've been watching a lot of videos, and everyone is obviously like they're 1K and more, and you're cutting to adverts and stuff like that. And I've been watching with the kids quite a lot of sort of Scottish comedy, and I don't want to spoil it for Rev. Rev can watch it himself.
I'll go and watch it.
That's what sparked the idea, and that's why I put it in, and that's it's the way it is. And I laughed at it. If I laugh at it, it gets up. That's the whole thing.
The thing is, was it Beans on Toast? He used the intro. Do you remember the old was it ATV advert? Dum 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 da 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 dum.
Oh yeah.
With the bridge, and he's actually put his Beans on Toast logo over the top of it. How he's not been collared for that? But then, of course, ATV was all finished with in the 70s, so there is no copyright on it.
Well, see the thing about it is my original Z-heads. I took the line out of the middle of the MGM and used that had the bike coming through. I've still got it, and I might actually go back to it at some point just for sort of nostalgia. But it's like that's the whole thing. It's like you get stuck in a generation and a genre of sort of things that you like. It's like a boy I used to watch maybe mid 2000s, Dutch Rudder his name was, and like one of his early videos he was sitting at a set of traffic lights, and this bike, just a push bike, cuts in front of he was sitting at a red light and he cuts in front of him, and he says oh yeah CUNT, right? It's like oh yeah, and like what he did was see every single video that he put out after that one that he put out with that clip in it, he would patch that clip in somewhere within the video. And the whole surprise was you didn't know when it was going to happen. And half the time that you watched it, he still caught you out. When you saw it, you're like, oh my God, it's like that bike just pulled in front of him. And it was very, very clever how he did it. And it was one of these wee things that became a worm in your head that every time you watched Dutch Rudder, that's what you looked for.
You're waiting for it.
Yeah, you're waiting for it. So it encouraged you to watch longer and longer and longer, because you would leave it and leave it and leave it. Sometimes it would be right at the start, but sometimes it would be right at the end. And that was a good thing about it, because that probably got him a lot of viewing hours.
Right. Yeah. Definitely works. Right. 10 o'clock here, Simon. Are you ready to take over?
Yes, mate.
All right. So I'm going to hand over. I take it we'll probably all bundle off to your channel. I'm going to go and get myself another beer. I'm going to catch up on a few videos. I may pop in. I don't know yet, because it is 10 o'clock and I've got to be back at the workshop at 7 in the morning. But I'm out Sunday. So if you're about, Simon, I'm going to probably do Super Sausage.
I'm not doing this weekend out on the bike because it's too damned hot. So yeah, I'm not doing it.
I might have a run out, but thanks for popping in, Stu.
No worries,
thanks to TMB and everybody in the side chat: Exeter, MT, Crumbly, Bruce. Who else was there? Boat and Biker Birds. Crazy Dad Biker, Crazy Mrs. Biker. Everybody has popped in, Matty as well. So thanks everyone for popping in. Time now, hand over to this channel this side, Simon GTR 1400. Go check him out on his channel. He's up in a minute. Till the next time, everybody, have a good one. Be well, ride safe, enjoy the weekend, even if it is hot. Go sit in your paddling pools or whatever. But we will catch up with you in the week. Until the next time, be well, ride safe. From Stu down here, Zhead. Go and check out Zhead Motor Vlogs, Simon GTR 1400. As always, it's a big goodbye from me, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Good night.
All the best.
Upside down.